Hey, it's Myers, back for another review here. Before we get into the actual review, just a little backstory. Years ago, working Sioux guitars, was working with Rick Agnew, and Rick Agnew has been in a band Wrong Beach with a cat named AJ Ransdale, who AJ fronted Das Clown, and you know, Rhonda, my wife Rhonda and I were out in Long Beach a few years ago, and AJ's like, "I want to meet you. Can I take you to breakfast?" And he came pick my wife and I up for breakfast, and later on, either that day or the next day, him and his wife took Rhonda and I out for dinner. Went to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles and went to some gourmet ice cream place, and really hit it off with AJ and his wife. And since over the years, AJ and I have become tighter and tighter friends. And last year, I got a phone call or message, I can't remember, from a cat who's like, "Hey, I'm in this punk and roll band, and AJ said you might want to put my record out." And so anything, like a close friend like AJ making a recommendation or whatever, that like totally going to take it serious. And so the guy sent me some music to listen to, and I dig it, and that's kind of what you do with a record label is, you're always kind of on the prowl, trying to find something new that you dig, that you stand behind. I mean, I can only put out records that I stand behind. I believe in the bands. I believe in the records. So, presented with this, straight up punk and roll. It's dirty. It's grindy. It's got swagger, and it's fronted by a woman who's got the raunchiest voice imaginable. I mean, this woman's voice is like a cross between Chrissy Hine from The Pretenders and Stevie Nicks, and it's sultry, it's deep, it's just a great fucking voice for a woman. So, anyways, the record here is Emily and the Blackouts, out on Sioux. This was my 10th release on Sioux Records. Pulled out the poly sleeve here, like all of them. It's got a silkscreen cover. What we did for the cover, just real basic. I think simple is better. Their logo on just a plain background. To me, that's pop art. It stands out. You see this in record bin at a record store, and you don't know anything about the band. Just the simplicity and the boldness of the cover makes you want to pull it out of that bin and flip it over, figure out what's going on with these guys. So if you flip it over, got band photo, song titles on it. Again, it's Sioux number 10. And what you get inside, hang on just a second. We got just a simple half sheet liner notes here. They got a lot of people they want to thank. And, so they just simple photocopy punk rock style half sheet liner notes. And your vinyl, like all Sioux releases, white paper inner sleeve with hand numbered on the A side, 1 of 300. This is my personal copy. Since I'm the boss, I get number 1. I know everybody wants the lowest number possible, but hey, it's perks of being the boss here. So, but there's your A side, your B side on 180 gram white vinyl. Awesome vinyl. A lot of the bands I've worked with have told me that the records sound better than the digital files, the digital songs that they send me. And, we've made some happy accident finds in the production of these records. They only want to do 22 minutes per side. And Richard Bacchus sent me a record. The B side was like 23 minutes and 8 seconds, I want to say, which was too long. The record labels or the pressing plant is like, you need to cut a song, and I'm like, you can't. It's perfect. It sounds great the way it is, and they're like, we don't want to do more than 22 minutes. I said, what happens if you do? And they said, well, you get too close to the center label, and then you can get some distortion because the record's spinning faster at the center label than it is on the outside grooves or whatever. And I said, is there any way around it? And they said, well, we could lower the volume. And I said, great, do that. Everybody I know has got big fucking Pioneers or big Marantzes. Nobody ever turns their stereo past 2 or 3. Even when they crank it up, the loudest you can crank up the stereo is a 3 before the neighbors call the police. So, they said, well, a lot of kids with the suitcase Crosleys or the cheap suitcase Victrola turntables. Those are so poor quality turntables that they're trying to make the records louder to compensate for the inadequacy of the turntable. And I'm like, everybody I know's got a real turntable and a real stereo, so go ahead and make the record itself quieter. Well, what happened in doing that record was we realized there was more headroom. Okay, so if you lower the volume for like the quietest thing on the record, then that gives you more space for the loudest thing, like your cymbal crashes and your screams or whatever. And, you get dynamics. So like the lower the volume, the better the dynamics in the record, versus like you raise the volume and you're compressing, to make the loudest thing or the quietest thing on the record louder, then there's no room for dynamics. So that was just a happy accident with that second record. And, this record with Emily and the Blackouts sounds great. The song I'm going to play you is called Slam Into Me. The song is filthy. And, God bless her. Emily does a great lyrics. Just this song exudes sexuality. I'll play you the song, and then I'm going to have to take a shower because it just makes me feel dirty how erotic the song is. But anyways, if you like what I'm doing here, like and subscribe to these videos. And if you want to buy a copy of this record, the link is in the description. Also, if you want one of your records reviewed, the address you could send it to is in the description also. So here's Slam Into Me. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks.